Welcome back, Hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, our G-Rank hunts, where we're into our final theming week with the Fatalis Trio. I was going to do a Latreon before these three, but given how it is a perfectly set up trio of monsters to go after this week, I figure we'll do a Latreon next week and kind of change up the channel schedule a little bit because of that. Because I don't think I'll have enough time to be able to go through the Deviant hunts of Generations Ultimate before Wilds comes out, or at least I hope I won't. Just because I hope GeForce Now will be updated and ready to go with Monster Hunter Wilds as soon as it releases, so that we can get that as a new series on the go. And that would only give me like 3 or 4 weeks of being able to do the Deviant hunts, which is not enough time considering there's 17 of them, and I'd only be able to tackle probably about like 3 per week. So yeah, we'd not be able to get everything done in time there. So we're going to focus our attention to probably some of the most powerful mainline monsters with the 3 Fatalises. I'm going to start off with just the vanilla version of Fatalis. Now, this is definitely a much different fight than it is in Iceborne, where they really, I guess remastering would probably be the best word for it. They did a lot of changes and updates and just improved the fight a fair bit from what it was. But yeah, we've got Fade to Black and Castle Schrade, so we're going to go after the Ruin of Schrade first. We're going to be taking our usual Pierce Meta Bowgun build, but I decided to swap out the Haphazard for... where is it? Shot Booster. So this basically means the critical distance is increased to a larger range or larger timing frame, so that we should be able to get max damage out from our shots more often. And we are going to stick with using Valor and Absolute Rightness and head out on this hunt. But yeah, Latreon, I wanted to kind of try to fit it in with Nakarkos a bit if I could, because of how the two are kind of like a themed pair of everything up to that point is kind of encompassed or included in their hunts, but I just really didn't have any good way of doing that. So I figure instead of breaking up the Fatalis trio for how they're set up for a regular week, we'll just use Elatrian as like the capstone for the series. It's not a bad capstone monster, it just doesn't quite fit. I mean, I guess challenge-wise, it's not as challenging as White Fatalis will be. But in basically, I'd probably say everything from like after its debut appearance, Fatalis has been a pretty silly fight in all honesty. Like, for Gunners, I think he's mostly known for his like death wiggle, or the death shimmy. Because Fatalis, outside of its fire attacks, does do a lot of physical damage. Oh, we got a part break, which is good to know. But beyond the fire attacks, Fatalis' physical ones do hit very hard. Yeah, and there's a little death shimmy there. If we were to get hit by that, I don't know if it would actually, like, drop us in one hit, but I know it does do a lot of damage. Yeah, so one thing I gotta be careful of as we're going up against him here is just the double fireball that could catch us. No. Okay, we got a little bit of a tap there. Belly flop. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure how that managed to catch us, unless maybe I had to be facing the wrong way for that to have happened then. But thankfully, we have enough fire resistance that we didn't get killed by that. So that could have easily been a card there. And we're going to make use of, as always... Uh-oh. Okay, maybe we'll let it do that first. Now we'll make use of the Dragnator. I guess gotta be mindful of what he's up to. Or it's up to, I should say. Yeah, and this is kind of like more, Fatalis is just classic European-style dragon. That's one of the things about Fatalis, it's always kind of given it a little bit of credit is, whereas Monster Hunter has a lot of super fantastical designs, just a simple, more basic-esque dragon means you're in for some trouble ahead. Or you could be in for some trouble. Nope, another part break. Good to see. Yeah, I should probably keep him from being too happy with us. And it really just kind of does keep like this for the entire fight. There's nothing too remarkable or noteworthy out of it. I say as he does do the big Nova Blast right at our feet. But that's one of the things about Valor style is you can handle quite a bit with it and negate much of the monster's full arsenal. I still want to be careful about how close we do get to him. And mind all the fire attacks that he can put out. I'm not sure if it... Okay, it does seem like it is kind of hard-coded for... It does 2 of those. I wasn't sure if it would just be able to do 1 and change it up or not. And I'll just use that, get out of the way of the little wiggle. Yeah, it is still a death wiggle. Still basically one-shot us, if not got... We are only, like, quarter of our health gone in total. So that is one of the reasons why we do want to mind how close we stand to Fatalis. And why, as a gunner... Oh. Is that, like, prepping it to go again? Huh. Okay, more first aid. I mean, they still give us pellet shot, even though that's absolutely useless. Oh. Not sure why that's active. We'll just keep at this and see how we fare. Like, we've already gotten a few part breaks to the head. The wings, I believe we can also get a part break on. Oh. Even another part break. So yeah, we just want to basically maintain a little bit of, like, say, medium range should be good enough here. I might even be able to do long range, because I did get the shot booster skill active. Of the trio, I think this is actually the middle ground. I believe Crimson Fatalis, who we'll be going up against next episode, might actually be easier to face off than a regular Fatalis here might be. And I do need to mind the timing on some things. The cats are going to be going down pretty quick just because of how heavy hitting a lot of these attacks are. And again, talking about timing, be able to get stuff in. There we go. Okay, we're topped up to full health. We do still have Valor active, so we can get more Pierce 3s out. I think it's basically just a really big health pool we're working through here. Oh, another part break, although I think that was the wings that time. Now we better heal up from all the Valor blocks we've been doing. That's one thing that's easy to lose track of with all the blocks we do. Is that we do have the red portion of the health bar that we need to mind. Might not be getting the full hits in. That doesn't mean we're not in danger still. Yeah, another flinch. Actually, it probably was me going more into that line of fire, but... I think Fatalis' weakest spot to gun is the head. So we just want to keep our shots going up towards torso, head, and neck area. Oh! Okay, so actually he doesn't have to chain that one after the other. Good to know. And maybe we'll... I mean, I don't have the haphazard active on these. But I think there'll be a good way of getting the Valor style. Yeah, there it is. Building up Valor style very quickly. And we'll try to get a little distance. Now, actually, I wonder if I can make use of the Ballista Binder and bring him down. Or if he'll... Oh, never mind. Oh, very flexible neck to be basically shooting 90 degrees this way. We'll keep at it. Oh, there's a Dragnator good to go again. Yeah, we'll want to make use of the Dragnator as much as we can, because it's... I'm not sure the exact numbers, but it still does do very good in this fight. I just gotta be careful. I'm getting the right opening, get over to it. I don't know how I managed to avoid both of those. But I'll take the dumb luck that I can get. Oh, there's the chest break. And I believe that's all the part breaks for Fatalis. Yeah, another flinch. Always good to see. Oh, stupid terrain. Yeah, we're going to want to, just in case. It has a very large reach with the Fire Breath, so I don't want to take too many chances, especially with how powerful it is. And I do have the combination material to make up more, pierce shots. Just going to see about if we can get through this without having combine or not. I kind of doubt it, but... Whee! Jump right through. So you can see that Old Fatalis is... Well, I guess I shouldn't say Old Fatalis, because that's actually a nickname for one of its subspecies, or different types. But prior generation Fatalises from Iceborne were not quite the same spectacle or grandiose as the most modern version. Truth be told, I think with Blade Master armor, you would actually be able to fare pretty well through a number of attacks from Fatalis and not die. Because normally Fatalis was known for being like the one-shotter. So many of the attacks were super strong, it could take you right out if you got hit by a fair number of them, not just like, say, one specific or like one spectacle shot. Another flinch, good to see. I'm not actually sure if we'll get proof of a hero to play on these hunts or not. I can't remember if that was something that was only introduced in like more recent Monster Hunter, or like from World onwards, or it's other fights that include it. Okay, well, I'm going to use our Farcaster just because I do have to combine for more ammo, so this is just a safe way of doing such. So we'll get that prepped to go. Get that prepped to go. And get that prepped to go. Now, I can't really say how much longer I think we'll be on this hunt. We've done a fair chunk of damage already, but it's really up in the air about just how much of a health pool we still have to get through. Like, as long as I'm minding our distance and the attacks that are coming in, I think we should be just fine to clear Fatalis without any other carts or incidents, but just gotta keep working at it slowly but surely. A good sign, though, is I think he's getting pretty close to enraging every few hits. I mean, there are extra things you can see around, like cannons and ballista. But I don't think they actually do as much as just, like, a weapon does at full G rank levels. I think you are better off just keeping fighting steadily with your main weapon. Now, there are things I could try doing, like getting a mount off. Ow. Yeah, see, Deathwiggle. Okay, I might actually... I'm going to pop the other max potion, just so that way we have... That's safety guaranteed with how low we did get there. That's one thing I will praise Iceborne Fatalis for, is the fight feels much more varied than, like, previous incarnations like this one is. I still have some issues with how, like, say, certain weapons were really, basically given poor matchups for trying to take care of Iceborne Fatalis, though. Like, Light Bowgun, trying to do that was an ordeal, because we don't actually have the head being weak enough to trigger things like Weakness Exploit. And you need to get those part breaks in order to basically complete the later stages of its fight. Oh, Lord, you got a lot of fire going our way. Yeah, I gotta be really ready with the Valor mode blocks. There's the boom, fly and charge. That element is kind of like a weird combination of attacks to use, like having the long-distance Fireball Nova, and then following it up with, like, a charge attack afterwards. Okay, I'm actually going to get some distance away from him before we keep fighting. Okay, and we can dodge that if we do just keep moving and evade. Good to know. Oof. Now, I might be able to actually use the prolonged invincibility frames from Valor Mode to block the second fireball that comes in, but I'd be very careful with it. Oh, there we go. So we didn't get proof of hero to play. Maybe if we had hit the Dragonator once more, it would have triggered. But that was Fatalis, the Ruin of Schrade. Not quite the same build-up or fight that you have in Iceborne. You can kind of see where some of the ground was laid for, like, the super powerful fire attacks and all the other stuff it can do. I think it's also one of the few monsters that has 9 carves total? I think it's 3 in the head, 3 in the upper torso, 3 in the lower torso. Yeah, we'll just carve off what we can there. And then we'll be going towards Crimson Fatalis next episode, which I do think might be the easiest of the 3 to go after. I know in 4 Ultimates, it was the easiest of the Fatalises to go for. There we go. Overall, a pretty steady fight. Does need a little bit of time and extra combinations for solo, but it is one of the most notable monsters in the series, I think, for sure. We'll just send everything off to the box. And sell those. Now, I was going to try to see a better look at this end screen, but oh well. There we go. So we'll save that. And that brings our first day of the Fatalis Trio to a close. I'm just going to stock us up on our ammo and such once more. And the next episode will be going off to, I believe it's Ingle Isle, actually, for Crimson Fatalis in this game. Usually they have Crimson Fatalis in a volcanic environment. So, Ingle Isle for Generations Ultimate here. I'm trying to think of where else he's been. I think it's just kind of like a generic volcano area for Freedom Unite. And then Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, I can't remember if there was Ingle Isle back then too or not, or it was somewhere else. For now, though, we'll end things off for today. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.